Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with co-host James Mason. Welcome back, James. How are we doing today?
Todd, thank you. I am doing well. How are you?
Good. I can't figure out this market.
It's a trap.
It's
a trap.
It's a casino. Actually, that's what I need. I need like a little bing,
And flashing lights and shit, just like the coins dropping. Yeah. That's what we need.
Get rid of my windows so we can't see the outside. No clocks in my office.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's actually, when people step into a casino, regardless if you're a gambler or not, that shit does something to you psychologically. All that stimulation, and that's where it starts, walking in the door.
Oh, absolutely. No, we're going to talk about the CPI numbers, but it boggles my mind that they can be negative and SPY can be ripping right now.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So currently the Dow futures are up 195 points. S&P 500 is up 46.25 points. And I think it's all bullshit. We'll talk about that in a moment. But largest bar rate increases among liquid names. Ticker, I'm just going to run through some data real quick. Ticker HIVE had an increase of 4.78%. Ticker JDST, 10.91%. AKBA, 1%. That ain't shit. I ain't going to go through those crappy ones. Ticker KALA, 15.31%. Ticker NNOX, 10.64%. And then ticker YANG, 40.84%, but watch out for that one. That is a China bearish 3x ET. I think that's ETN. That one is. I can't remember ETN or ETF. But just remember, like, holding on to those, you really have to be on top of your scaling game. So other than that, Todd, let's talk about them CPI numbers.
Yeah, so we hit 8.5% in the inflation, the highest it's been in the last 40 years.
Ooh, setting records, baby.
Yeah. And
that's why the SPY is so bullish. We just set a record. Cheers.
They're excited.
Yeah.
So obviously, besides food and gas, because we're seeing that right now, I'd be curious to hear other real life examples from people who are listening right now about that they're experiencing higher prices, higher inflation. I'll give you an example in my world. I have a tent rental company that we do some graduation parties, weddings, and stuff like that. A table that I could have bought last year, that's a regular table we use for rentals, we would have paid a little over $100 for it. That same exact table today is literally double in price. Now, they're a plastic resin table, and obviously there's a petroleum base to the plastic, but for it to be up double is just effing stupid. Because 8.5% isn't double, but
yeah, like for me, it's avocados, especially with like Elon. Like we buy a shit ton every week, but that does kind of have a whole cartel issue going on with it. So that one might not be that great of an example. But yeah, I know everybody's gonna say gas, fuel products, stuff like that. But like non-fuel products, like where else are you guys seeing it? Like I've seen a lot of pictures, and not just like BS pictures on social media, but like pictures from relatives and whatnot of them taking them, like going into like Walmart of like the shelves. And it's always surprising because I'm like, oh my God, like y'all really are having a food shortage there. And, it's not happening like that in my area, but I'm just like, Jesus, like.
Yeah, so someone here says they own a contractor supplier store. They've seen prices triple on building supplies and tools. My brother was looking to get his kitchen remodeled. The exact same quote 6 months ago is up like 35%. And now they're like, we're not going to get the kitchen redone. We can live with it as is.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for the data providers to try that shit. At some point they are, and it's going to piss me off, and I'm going to say something, and it's not going to matter at all what I say to them, but I'm just going to have to say it to get off my chest, and that's going to be, how can you guys raise the rates based off of inflation? It's not like someone is literally piping this data in, That's going to be my knockout punch to them.
Well, they're going to respond, chain supply issues.
Yeah.
That fiber cable is not working as fast as we thought it was.
Yeah. Thank God they haven't yet, but that is my concern. But yeah, so let's, CPI numbers pushing up. The market's pushing up. I think it's going to be a flush. Honestly, at the gates, probably be choppiness. If it does hold up today, I think it will just drop tomorrow. That's just my opinion off it. But let me actually show you a SPY chart right here. All right. This is ticker SPY on the daily chart. All right, so pink line is the 86 EMA, green line is the 100 EMA. You can see they're almost laying on top of each other. So these daily candles, we can see yesterday, what it done in the SPY is pushing up and is right here at this point. But I'm kind of expecting it to, when it comes out of the gates, to have a pop up to about that 445 range, maybe 446, somewhere in there. It's going to find its resistance and get rejected off the bottom side of this 186 EMA and then roll over. That is what I'm looking for overall. And hold on, I was just looking at some other data. All right, but yeah, that's what I'm going to look for, the market to happen overall. Now, is that a 100% guarantee? Absolutely not, because we know how this market is. And we know that they literally have no extent to which they won't do whatever it takes to keep the market up. So the FOMC's last numbers, with Jerome Powell stating that they were going to start unwinding $95 billion of their assets on their balance sheets. We've heard that before. We heard that for December, and we saw how the market ended up doing in the end. They just kept buying assets, actually. So honestly, I just don't believe anything that the government says for anything ever. And
the only way you can believe them if you truly know their agenda, because they are spinning their agenda whatever they want it to be, and it is not necessarily taking care of us.
Yeah, I wish that I could open up a financial game to where, and I'm calling it a financial game because that's literally what this is for them. I wish that I could open up my own financial game, have trillions of dollars just pour into it, and I change the rules on the fly whenever I see fit, and we just call it I Win. That'll be the name of the game. I Win. And you just have a nice lucrative life, Todd. That's all I'm asking for.
You know what? I want you to do that, because if you do it, then it means that Johnny and I'll have it too. So
exactly, yeah.
I hope that happens.
All right, so man, Todd. So yesterday you spoke about on the StockCast show. Nice intro, by the way. But
all right. Before you, I just want to explain. I don't always, when we do the show, James always hits the buttons, and so I get the message, "Hey, I've got an important meeting. You're gonna fly solo." So I'm all excited. I'm in early. I'm prepped. I'm ready to go. And the very first thing I click, I misclick the button, and there I am live right that moment. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, and I'm trying to figure out, do I go back and redo it? And then Karen goes, "Hi, Todd." And I just rolled with it.
Yeah. So Anthony commenting on Facebook, yes, we do this every morning. Recently, over the last week, we started pushing the videos to our Facebook platform, but we predominantly, for like last year, just push it out onto YouTube. But we're now running on multiple platforms. and will soon to be on another platform to be streaming on as well. But yeah. So, anyways, talking about your show yesterday, you had mentioned about Elon Musk and the whole Twitter thing, and I kind of wanted to speak about that. It is interesting, and we briefly spoke about it pre-market here. I fully believe that Elon is like, I don't know if he wants to do like a true blue hostile takeover, but he's going to do enough to make a significant power grab within the company. And I mean, if push comes to shove, I believe he would take it over just to fire everybody and replace everybody on that board, everybody in the leadership roles. Elon is all about free speech and whatnot. And literally, I mean, there is a difference between like people having hate speech and free speech. And there is also too something that a lot of people don't understand is while you might have free speech, that doesn't mean that there ain't consequences for that free speech. So yeah, without trying to get into the politics of all that, I do believe that Elon does want to come in there and change Twitter around, because let's face it, guys, like Twitter isn't going anywhere. It has established itself. It took a long time for Twitter to really start to grow roots, but Twitter has established itself as being one of the first places for anything in the world to be said on for breaking news. I mean, really before the internet, when news went to 24/7 coverage, that was the thing. But now it's Twitter. Everybody who is anybody who does like news media and whatnot, like it's all happening on Twitter. They focus on Twitter. Literally, there are papers waiting to pounce on whatever keywords that they're just searching for, or people who they're following. They're waiting to pounce so they can bust out an article on whatever they say. That's how it is. And he does want to take over the control of the platform to get it back to where there is free speech. And regardless of your political beliefs, if you step back and take your own biasness out of it, you cannot deny that not only Twitter, but all of these social networks, but since we're talking about Twitter, you cannot deny that Twitter does not suppress people for bullshit. You cannot deny that it is liberal leaning. And there really is no fairness in that. And I say that because, not for the fact that I'm a conservative, but what was that one website, like Palmer or some shit? I think that was what it was called.
Palmer?
The Palmer website, social network last year, that, they got shut down. And the reason why they got shut down is they had AWS servers owned by Amazon. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's what you do as a company. You don't want to maintain your own servers. That's too costly. So you go with, Microsoft or AWS for that stuff. And literally the people who they were paying to have their server platform on, those were the people who destroyed them, ended them entirely. So this is just Elon Musk sticking it to the man because he has so much damn money and he can, and that's cool. Like, why not? Like, what you know how hard it would be to spend, like, truly to go out and spend that money. I mean, yes, people with that much money could go out and buy yachts left and right, but how many yachts do you need before you get to the point where you never spend any time on any of them? It doesn't take many. How many aircraft can you buy before you never even see the other aircraft? Doesn't take many. So when you have that much money, shit, why not? I would actually probably buy a nation and
become a dictator.
Make them go to war with their neighbor or something. That's what you do when you're a billionaire, guys. Like, that's the casino they play in. You create war. That's what you do. Just saying. So let's
For
hit the
12
comments.
minutes. 12 minutes the market time today.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's hit the comments really quick. See what everybody is saying. So, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
While we're looking at those, go ahead and hit the like button. It helps build our YouTube algo. This morning it was up at 6 a.m. Didn't get out until after 8:30. It was weird.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with YouTube. Karen, I wish avocados were 78 cents here where I'm at.
Wow. They can grow avocados in Texas though, can't they? Almost.
I don't know. I thought they only grew in California.
Right.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I don't know.
I just buy them from the store. I don't know. Let's see.
Randy says pet food is scarce. That's crazy.
Man, you're gonna have to start feeding your pets your other pets.
You go out hunting and you take the back straps and the loins and you feed the rest of it to your dogs.
Yeah. Well, I know Zoe, my chihuahua, ain't gonna have that. That shit's gonna have to be cooked in butter and garlic salt and everything for her. Like, she ain't gonna eat nothing wild.
Oh, that's.
Let's see. All right, so. All right, that's I'm not really seeing much in the comments today, but so yeah, guys, that's just a quick morning briefing on what we see so far in the stock market. I ain't really seen any setups pre-market, or at least nothing that I like on my scanners. But yeah, SPY will probably be what I focus on for today, and shit, I'll probably get back some of that money I made last week. Who knows?
I'm going to be watching VERU. It's been holding up. I think there's a lot of shorts that are buried in it. And I tried to short it yesterday around low 6 and got out for a 5-cent loss. And now it looks like a major win because it ran over $14. But I think it might squeeze today. So I'm going to keep my eyes on it.
What ticker was that again?
VERU.
VERU. All right. Sounds good. All right, everybody. Remember, trade safe, trade smart. This is Tuesday. This is my Monday actually, but so Tuesday we have a market that is not responding how it logically should. So expect that stuff, guys. So remember, trade safe, trade smart, trade small positions. It's okay to have stop losses and take small losses. So with that being said, Todd, do you have anything else?
Nope. Have a good day.
All right, everybody. We'll see y'all in the next one.